It's important at your skincare classes that you go out to give and not to get. And I promise you that if you will do that, you will succeed. Now that's pretty simple, isn't it? Go out to give. Go out there to make those 6 women at your show feel good about themselves. And don't worry about how much they're going to spend. You don't have to worry about it. If you will make them feel prettier and feel good about themselves, they're going to go home more attractive and better. Don't think how much money you can get from them. Just go out to give. And go out to give in your daily life. And your customers will recognize your giving spirit, and you're going to succeed. Somebody said the secret to success is to give yourself away with love. That's simple. Give yourself away with love. And strangely enough, the more you give, the more you'll get. It works. All you send into the lives of others does indeed come back into your own.
I love listening to Mary Kay. All right, Miss Patsy, take it away.
Well, welcome everybody. It's so good to see you. As Diane was saying, hope you all had a good holiday. I know I had a house full. And now I have strep throat. I had all my grandkids here. It's like a petri dish, right? So anyway, welcome. And hopefully you were able to take advantage of the Pink Friday and all of the exciting things that went on during the weekend, whatever you might have called it. And so I want to recognize those of you who have had some success. First off, I wanted to talk about who here has finished their star. Anybody here? Okay, Donna. I can't see anybody because I'm spotlighted. So Donna's finished her star. Anybody else?
Yep.
Carrie McCurdy's waving her hands.
Carrie.
Yay. Yeah. Great. I don't need to be spotlighted since I'm asking questions.
Janine also is finished.
Okay. Congratulations, ladies. That's fabulous, because we still have time for it to grow, right? We can always go to the next level. So congratulations on those of you that are stars. And how about who finished the challenge that we did last week? Anybody do the challenge where we were going to have you contact? And
I see Sandy is doing a little hand up. Sandy?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did it that night.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, I did too. I'm having problems with my video staying on, so I'm not purposely trying to stay off.
Okay. I know I heard from several of you, so congratulations on those of you that took the challenge last week. And how about how many of you opened their store last week? Anybody? Anybody? I see hands everywhere. Okay. So let's see who had at least a $300 week. Okay. So let's have you put in the chat what your week was so we can see who our queen of sales is this week. I can't wait to hear how your Pink Friday, your Small Business Saturday, and whatever other things you held for last week. I know Melissa had an amazing week. So I can't wait to cheer you on for that. And then I'm also, very nice, Melissa.
Ooh.
You were smoking.
Yes.
Very good. Carrie, nice job. April, yay. I love that you all were working your business. And how about any new bookings? Because it's great to have money, but we need to have bookings as well. Any new bookings out there Hello. Okay, so we need to work on the bookings, because if you have no bookings, good job, Carrie. No bookings, no money. If you don't have a booking, your store is not open. So you need to be working on those bookings. And Diane just did a phenomenal training on how to get your bookings to hold during this holiday season. So if you weren't on live when she was doing it, check in on the recording, because she had some fabulous ideas on how to get those holiday bookings to hold, because I think that's something that many people struggle with, and there are ways around it. So I want you to take advantage of that. And then how about who did the power up last month and got that beautiful new scarf?
Oh, I did.
I see some hands. Yay.
Hmm.
All right. Congratulations on the scarves. And this month it's going to be that cute little tote bag. Who's working towards that tote bag? I
we have
know
a
we
picture
all
of
need
that to
another
show?
bag, right? Me,
Katie.
I see a me.
Katie.
Yay. All right. And then is Anna on here? I know Anna has gotten her first Great Start bundle, so that's awesome. We love that. That's working the business. And then I want you to think about events that are coming up. So we'll talk more about that, but anything I didn't recognize that you want me to? Oh, you got your scarf too. Yay. Okay, I think we've got that, and we'll hand it off to Melanie.
Okay. And I'm going to talk about some things that are happening. And I think Diane's going to help me by screen sharing some things. But one thing that, if you haven't noticed yet, the men's body wash, the limited edition has sold out. So those limited edition items, once they're gone, which is why when they come on, you should grab them if you want them. So that one is sold out. Let's see, there is so much good stuff. We already talked about the tote bag, and feel free to jump in and share the screen because there are obviously some events coming up that we want to talk about. Don't forget the 61 new customers contest. And remember that for a customer to count for you, you must add them to your My Customers on InTouch and have a sale go through for them. Whether if it's a sale from your own inventory, you can just enter that. If they purchase through the app or through your website, it'll automatically be entered. But you want to make sure, and it has to be a new customer who hasn't ordered from you before. So anyway, get some new customers. Who has new customers this week, by the way?
So Melanie,
of course, Carrie does. Yeah.
So quick question. So if I have entered a couple people from a booth event that I knew I had booked because I wanted them to get a lookbook, but they've already been on my customers, I can't count them, correct? Because it was prior to November 1st.
I believe that is how I understand it. Yes.
Okay. So it's got to be brand new.
Yep. That is how I understand it. If they're already on your My Customers in one way or another, yeah, that they have to be new, I believe. Let's see. Let's not forget. We were asking who's already a star, but don't forget that the star deadline is coming up. So if you are not a star yet, there's still more than 10 days to become a star and earn your star. And we're going to talk about that in the training. So I'm not going to belabor that, but you should know how close you are to becoming a star, or how close you are to the next star level. Every time, all of that earns you points. Once you've made the minimum, you earn points that you can spend on the star website. And the number of points per dollar of sale gets bigger as you get to the higher levels of star. So, I see Hilda has come in and said she had 431 in sales, 3 facials, 19 items sold. Great job. We are so proud of you guys. That is awesome. Okay, so let's see. We've got the 61 new. We talked start deadline. So let's look at what we have here on the screen. Janice has some beauty events coming up tomorrow night. Beauty event, and this is going to be, actually, let's see, talking about top 10 beauty products for 2025, and it will be translated into Spanish. We have a fabulous Spanish translator for that. And she's giving away Kate Spade and Kendra Scott. One of my favorite ways to get people onto this is just put on my Facebook page, hey, who likes Kate Spade? And the people that say, me, I do, those are the people that get a private message and say, hey, you can earn, you have a chance to win just by popping on and being my guest on this. And it's going to be fun and informative. And at the end, they're going to draw for prizes. So, and I always make it, because Janice is really good about keeping these to about 40 to 45 minutes. So it's not like they're going to be stuck there for all day. They're going to be on there. It's going to go quick and they're going to learn something. So those are great. And yes, it's going to be translated into Spanish. And then the sharing event Thursday night. And those are 6 o'clock Pacific time. Make sure you adjust for your time zone. And we have Christy Bigham, who is a top Cadillac sales director. I don't know that I've ever heard her story, but there has never been a bad story on a sharing event. I'm just saying they're all fabulous, and you just want to know these women, I think. At least that's the way I feel. So,
And note that there's 7 giveaways because we're short one event this month. And so Janice is giving away 7 free starts on Thursday night.
oh, nice. Good job. I had not, I think I'd heard her say it, but it hadn't registered. So right there it is. And then for all reds, calling all reds, December 9th, I believe that's Monday. Yes, there's a red event. You, want to earn this event. If you are not in your red jacket, you want to be in the red jacket because these are some of the top speakers and they are big thinkers and they're going to help expand the way you think. So if nothing else, this is a reason to get into your red jacket is so that you can be involved in these events Janice puts on for us. They're just really great. Let's see, what else do we have? There's a skincare class Wednesday, December 11th with product giveaways. That's something you want your people to be on. And your new consultant should be there as well. If you're a new consultant and you haven't listened to Janice give a skincare class, you need to be on because you will learn a lot about selling the product. So what else do we have?
And Melanie, thank you for announcing that one, because if you guys are going to mail samples or drop them off, this is in a week. And with the holidays and mailing, I would get your samples in the mail by tomorrow night, Thursday morning at the very latest, so they have the samples or they can pick them off your porch or whatever. But that's why we're showing you guys what's going on for that week. And of course, it's in Spanish. And then we have Carmen Jones, who's amazing.
Wow, she's fantastic. Yep. So that is what we have going. And obviously, and all the way into the Wednesday, the 18th, this one's going to be awesome. We have our 2 makeup artists, and we're going to talk about highlighting, contouring, concealers, under eye correctors. So I love how she brings our experts in and they focus on one thing to train us. And your customers obviously want to see that and buy them after they've seen it. So, all right.
Melanie, I know you already talked about Star, but I just pulled this up. So if you wanted to just look at this just gives them a teaser of some options for prizes.
And those are things that are in each of those categories. So you start with the sapphire, move up to ruby, diamond, emerald, and pearl. But here's the thing, there is so much more on that website. And I actually had some one-on-one conversations with one of the person from Mary Kay who runs the STAR program. And she was, she wanted to hear from me, and she said, you really need to think of the STAR store. Once you have some points saved up there, think of it as like Amazon. And I need to get, I'm looking for a pair of sunglasses. Let me see what they have in the STAR program, so that you can spend your points. If you're looking for gifts, go in there, because otherwise you might go in there and just be completely overwhelmed, because that's what happened to me. But she just said, think of it as another Amazon site. I'm shopping for blah, blah, blah. Let's see what the STAR store has. And that was a kind of opened my mind on how to use the STAR program. So anyway, I think that's what we've got going. So if I've missed anything, we'll pick it up later on. But I am going to turn over to Patsy, because she's going to talk to us about, that's where we are next. She's going to talk to us about how to sell the,
do you guys mind if we just back up a tiny bit?
Nope. You mentioned this, and yes, career conference is coming. The dates are on the books. And Diane, do you want to, there is so much recognition. I was just looking at this before we started. Here's a contest. What she is showing on the screen right now, there is a Pearls of Sharing challenge, and that is open to everyone. So if you add one Great Start team member between now and the end of February, you will be in a drawing for the, and you have to register and actually attend career conference, but you'll be in a drawing for that gorgeous pearl necklace and the bag. Scroll down a little bit.
Right, but everybody gets this necklace, correct?
Are they,
So everybody gets at least one Great Start qualified and is registered gets this necklace.
Okay. And then you can also, for the Tory Burch bag and the pearl necklace and earrings, they will be drawing a winner at each career conference location for that.
3 winners.
So, yep.
We'll have 3 winners at each location.
Okay. See, good for you for having all the information.
And then, well, when it comes to prizes, I pay attention to prizes and money. Okay. And then top 10. So for those of you guys who are going for the Court of Sales, how would it be at your career conference with your national? It's Janice's last career conference to be in the top 10. Just saying, Carrie McCurdy.
Yeah, and she was. Weren't you last time? You were on stage for something, Carrie. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
You get this beautiful top 10 bag, and then the top 10 people for Court of Sharing. There's going to be consultant court, sales court, and then top 10 in unit sales will get the blue sunglasses, and the top 10 for the Court of Sharing will get that beautiful scarf. And then if you're on target for more than, this is mainly for the directors, but double star and triple star, you get that outrageous mother of pearl jewelry.
Single star gets the necklace, and then double star and triple star get both the necklace and the earrings. That's how I read it.
Okay.
So if you are on target for Court of Personal Sales, you'll get the necklace. So
sounds amazing.
I know, that's exciting. And on stage recognition too, because last year, if you were on target for one thing, they gave us a really nice little crossbody bag, but they just handed it to us when we got our badges at registration. And this time they're going to let you go across stage, which is always very cool. So anyway.
I was trying to pull up the date, but it's not quite. Oh, here it goes.
Because we want to go to Santa Clara because that is the one in California that Janice is going to be at. And it's the only one in California that is in English also.
Okay, why is the date not? What am I doing wrong? Where's the date?
Go back to, I think it's going to be on go on the main career conference page. It should have all the dates. So go under events and then go down to career conference 2025.
No,
that's okay. Here. And then scroll down because the cities and dates should be down there. This is just recognition, but that's all. Oh, no. So weird. Okay.
Kelly, do you or Patsy happen to know the dates for the career conference?
It's at the top there.
Oh, somehow I missed that. Okay.
Oh, well, that's for the recognition. This is all about the recognition.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Very good question. It should.
Well, while Patsy's training, I'll find it. How's that?
Okay, sounds fabulous. Let's turn over to Patsy because she's going to talk to us about selling the new dynamic wrinkle limiter.
So it's the 21st and the 22nd of March.
Thank you.
So for me, one of the things that I pay close attention to is my follow-up with my clients. So, if you've known me any length of time, you've probably heard me say that your fortune is in your follow-up. And so what did we just do is we just did PCP, right? So following up with your PCP, I took the book and made I put in it right here with pic collage that I was offering a special. First it said, did you get your book? And then I sent that to all of my clients that I know are skincare clients. And I said that I am offering them clinical solutions for booking an appointment with me and with 2 of their friends. Now, Diane had earlier talked about having 10 friends. I think for me, my clients right now at this time of the year, if I can get 3 people together with 1 person, I think I'm having a hallelujah day. I don't know if I can get 10 people together right now. So it's whatever your clientele is, because I want to work with people in person if I possibly can. So for me to get together with people in person, I was offering for 3 of their friends to get together. I would give the hostess one of these as a hostess gift because that to me would get me excited. But you have to know your audience. You know, um, if it's somebody that has a higher financial arrangement in their life, if they are more moneyed, they're not going to get excited about a little $5 off thing. So you have to know your audience and maybe offer something more. I don't know how to say that and not sound snotty. Sorry. Um, but if it's somebody that buys one mascara a year, you know, you treat your clients differently. So for me, I went through my customer base that I sent PCP to, and I have been individually contacting them with a cover of this, and I've had several people order it without even, you know, I don't need to have a party. I want it. I want it right now. Give it to me now is basically kind of how people are, because it's so amazing. And so I think one of the things you have to really know is what you're talking about. When we did the clinical solutions originally, remember the company had us doing a class on In Touch, that they wanted you to take the class before you started giving it out to people so that you would know what you were talking about. I think it's really important that when you're talking about, especially the dermacosmetics, because that's up in your game. You want to level up your game and be really clear about the dermacosmetic products. And so you want to know what all, because first thing somebody asked me was, well, what's in it? Why does it work? So we can get all these wonderful printouts that the company, this is not from the company, but the company has on the section on In Touch what all the ingredients are. And they're just fun names. The electric daisy extract, French lavender extract, and rosemary extract. And then that way, if you have a little bit under your belt of what the products are and what they do, the more competent you sound when you're speaking to somebody. I think I've sold 10 of these so far. So the more you can talk about the product, the better, the more likely you are to sell it, because you know, you could say, well, you put it on and it acts like, you know, that other stuff. Well, people want more. Women are so educated now. They want to know what they're putting on their body. Some people don't really care, but some people really want to know the details. And so the more knowledgeable you are, the better. And so when I'm doing my PCP follow-up phone calls, I'm sending them a text with some of the pictures. Diane, could you put up one of the pictures of the forehead people that you sent out? You had some really great
It's
photos.
all on boards, sure.
Okay, just so while I'm talking about it. If you can send somebody a picture of what it's doing and what your offer is. Sorry to make you have to hunt for it. I just thought of it.
It's all good.
Well, you all know Shannon DeGuay. That's a great picture. Shannon DeGuay is a Cadillac director in Napa, California, that we work with periodically. She's fabulous. And she's a younger woman, younger to me anyway. And just the results people are getting are phenomenal. And if you can show something like that to somebody that knows you and trusts you and you have the knowledge, that's a sale right there, because the more knowledgeable you are, the more likely they are. What your interaction with your clientele is makes a big difference. If you are somebody that follows up with them and they trust you, trust is a big issue because you're asking them to spend more money. I love the results. These are the pictures that I was just going to show you that have all the stuff in it. So, I mean, I never even heard of daisy extract before. I love that. And it's an inhibits muscle contraction, which is basically when you use Botox, what they do is they inject it and it freezes whatever they inject it into. And so to be able to do this without having to give an injection, when you can talk to somebody competently about this and tell them what's in it or what's in it for them, you know, if you can't afford to buy this, you need to have a party. You need to have some of your girlfriends. And I really talk about the dermacosmetic products when I'm working with this one, because I want to have them level up and get on I want them on the Voluform repair. I want them on the clinical solutions. I want them on all that higher end stuff, because that's where you make the most money, right? An eyeshadow makes you $4. I want more. That's why I started my businesses, for the money. I love all the altruistic people that are doing this because of all the good feelings they get, but I need a paycheck, girls. So I'm in this for the money. I'm just being real. And so if you can talk to them in a way that, and have fun with them like you do, be you. But if you can talk to them about all the amazing things that this does, and then, what can you have them do with you for them to get it for free, or just have them buy it? Somebody doesn't have time to have a party, great, $58. Thank you very much. And it's a matter of, so for me, I've been really taking advantage of the PCP follow-up. I've been posting it on my Facebook page. I talk to everyone that I see about it because I'm really excited about this product. I sent one to my sister for her birthday, and she said, "Look, it's working. It's going away." Because in my family, we get those little lines around here, like we were all smokers and we aren't. But she said, "I can't believe it. In 2 weeks, that line's almost gone." So, have somebody do a testimonial for you. If you have somebody that has been using it, that when I saw Shannon Duguay on her there with her pictures, I know her. So I know that she's showing something. She's showing a picture of herself. So I know it's somebody that I know and I can trust, because, we get lots of those pictures and it's a little harder to go, oh, yeah, maybe her, maybe not. But when you see it over and over and over again of all the amazing results people are having, and it's non-invasive. So it's the non-toxic dynamic limpo, I can't even say it now, non-toxic dynamic wrinkle limiter technology. And that's how I talk to people. I say the whole thing. Thank you, Melanie. Just don't applaud, just throw money. It's amazing how when you are excited about a product, and there's so many great products that are about to launch or have recently launched, but this one got me charged up. So I've been talking to everybody about it because I know so many women, and who's using the most, who I've had the most success with? 30-year-olds, because they're getting the Botox. They're fearless and they're getting the Botox. So don't think that it's for just old people. Talk to everybody. Women in their 20s are getting Botox. So that's the age group. If you know somebody if you're selling skincare to somebody, they need to know about this, because there's not an age range or a specific age target market. It's anybody that wants to take care of their dynamic wrinkles. So for me, it's the PCP. I'm texting, I'm calling people, I'm talking to anybody that I know about it. But I think the most important thing you have to do is really be informed. So, because Botox, a lot of women won't get Botox because they're afraid of it. And so you need to have the knowledge that it's all these wonderful botanicals, so that they're not afraid and you can talk to them coherently about it. All right. That's my
Can I
selling
ask you a
tip.
quick question? Because you're the queen of follow-up. So if I was your PCP client and you called me and you got my voicemail, let's just say I'm a skincare customer. I don't buy tons with you, but let's say I buy, pretty regularly, like every 4 months. What would your voicemail? Do you give me a lot of detail? Do you do a tag you're it and hang up?
I think it would depend on who the person is,
Okay.
depending on what they're using. But I would definitely say I would say something like, Diane, I have this amazing new product I want to talk to you about. I know you're on a budget, so I want to help you get it for a discount or for free. Give me a call back and we can work something out. And I've already sent her the picture of it. I've sent her the picture in a text if it's, and I've put on there, did you get your catalog? Because I want to make sure everybody got their catalog. And so I think I have some clients that I haven't heard back from yet, but I know when I do connect with them, because they're on the Voluform, they're on the clinical solutions. So this is just leveling them up to the next level, because that's what, we're going to keep aging. I had one client say, well, how long do I have to use it? Okay, well, as long as you continue to age, I guess. So,
how long do you go to a gym?
You have to keep using Botox too, so.
Well, and going to the gym, you don't get the perfect sculpted
not a
body.
one-time.
Give up your gym membership. It's like you keep going to the gym, right?
I thought it was a funny question. So it's not like you just do it once and you're done it. And I also worked with somebody the other day who's an esthetician, And she's in her early 30s and she gets Botox every 3 or 4 months. And she said, I think this will help extend the Botox. I said, absolutely. So, don't be afraid to talk about it, but you got to know your stuff. It really makes a difference if you feel comfortable and competent talking about it. And if you don't have the materials at your fingertips, it all is on InTouch. There is a plethora of information that you can pull out. And you want to know what all those extracts are because it's not toxic like Botox. Botox is a toxic drug that they're injecting.
All right.
Back to you in the studio.
Well, let's see. I think I'm up next. So I'm going to jump there at, hopefully I'm not stepping on somebody. My topic that I'm going to talk about to you today is posting on social media for engagement. So here's the thing. Have you ever put a post out there on Facebook, pictures of products, something that you were excited about, and you got nothing? Yep, it happens, doesn't it? Well, here's the thing. And I made myself some notes here. And I guess I'm the one that went out of order. So, but here we go. Facebook, and I don't have a lot of experience with Instagram. I have zero experience with TikTok. I'm interested, but I do know a lot about Facebook. So that's what I'm going to talk about. And here's the thing, just everything you post generally goes out to, you think when you put something out there that all your friends are going to see it. You got 200 friends, you think 200 people are going to see it, whatever the number is. Usually it's about 25 people will see it generally. But here's the thing. Every time somebody comments on that post, that's going to bring that up into the newsfeed again. And it's more likely that more people will see it because Facebook is trying to give people things that they think you want to see. So if somebody has liked or commented on a post, Facebook's algorithm says, oh, this must be interesting. Let's bring it up to the top. So you want to post with the intent of getting a comment or as many comments as possible. The best way I have found to get comments is to ask a question of some kind. It doesn't have to be a product related question, which is interesting to know. You can put pictures of a product and this is something I'm really excited about, but then you can ask sort of a non-threatening but somewhat related question. You might hear something related to the holidays. Here's a great gifting idea. Hey, tell me, what do you think? Would you prefer to cook the holiday meal or do you prefer to clean up after? And so you've kind of got a little bit of something that is, you're asking a question or, elf on the shelf, yes or no? 2 products, this or that, and let people answer that. And, once they answer and then you go back and respond to their answer. Always, even if you're just saying, hey, I sent you a private message, because if they want more information, you're going to probably give them that extra information offline. But, so because your answer to their comment is Facebook sees that as another comment and it brings your post back up to the top of the feed. Now, here's the thing. So your post is at the top of the feed. That's good. But what if people aren't really reading your posts? And a lot of people do scroll through and look at pictures until something catches their eye. So here's a couple things. And this is sort of my number 2 point, how to get people to read what you actually are posting. First thing, have a good picture. And having your face on there is crucial. And I'm going to show you some, I still struggle with that. But having your face on there is really, really important. There's a couple, Kristen Sharp is really good about putting great pictures. Of course, she's adorable, but great pictures into her social media posts, and they get interaction. So you want to be recognizable to people. That's really important. So, but even if you're just showing a picture of product or something, make sure it's a good picture. Screenshots of screenshots of screenshots. Every time you do that, the quality of the picture degrades. So be careful with that. Another thing is a collage of pictures is better than posting multiple pictures, adding multiple pictures to your posts. So using Canva, excuse me, or Pic Collage, or I'm old school PowerPoint, whatever you know how to do to combine those images into one. That is generally better because you can control what it looks like on the screen. If you add several images to your post, Facebook can jumble them up and make them, half the picture shows. And if the people don't click on the picture itself, they're not going to get the full impact of the image. So that is one thing that's generally better to do that. Let's see. The other thing is in your text, a lot of emojis and fun. Just like if you're calling someone on the phone, you want to have excitement in your voice. Well, you don't get to generally put that excitement in your voice on a Facebook post. So you have to make that excitement in the visual of your text. So, what was it, third grade, we learned that the way we show excitement in writing is by an exclamation point, right? Lots of exclamation points. I mean, almost to the point where, 2, 3 at the end of a sentence is not weird. It's okay. And there's actually even an exclamation point emoji, so that has 2 exclamation points. So you can add that as part of, if you can't find an emoji that's appropriate for that sentence, throw the exclamation point emoji. It's like giant bright red exclamation points, and people will be more interested in reading along with what you say. So, and again, I think Mary Kay even said, if you can't get excitement in your voice, run around the block or something so you're breathy. So we can, again, so this is the equivalent of running around the block to get that excitement into. And also, just use words that are the way you speak as much as possible. And spell check, please spell check. There's even actually AI that can help you write a post. I personally won't use it, but if you are struggling with wording, I would say go for it, because it's going to help you with your wording. So that's the second thing. Third thing, because the way you have to ask a question for people to answer the question, and make sure your question is in the first 5 or 6 lines of text, because if you put a picture on your post, Facebook is only going to show the people when they scroll through about the first 5 or 6 lines of text. So don't have, a book on there and a question at the very bottom, because nobody's going to see that question. So a lot of times if you're going to tell a little bit of a story or talk a lot about product, you want to put that after the question. So get that question up there so that people are responding and coming back and answering the question. So that's the third thing. Let's see. Fourth thing is, in general, when you're posting on social media, and I don't know the exact number, but I've heard anywhere from 60 to 80% should be posts about you and posts about your life. Stories, what's going on with you. And then the remainder, the 20 to 40% is things related to your business. So, don't always bombard people with selling posts, or just even post, you want to post about your life. I know a Mary Kay consultant, I met her at seminar several years ago. She lives in Indiana. She has a little boy. And I've watched that little guy grow up. He's, I think, 9 now. And that, because she does post about her business, but she's also posting about her life and her family. And of course, she's, her life is wrapped up in this little guy. And, he plays baseball. I know all these things about her because of Facebook. And that's what people want. We talked a little bit, and I think it's going to come up later, the power of you. your friends are your friends because they like you and they want to know you. And your customers are your customers because somehow you have reached them. So talk to them about you and about what's going on in your life, and show them what's going on in your life. That is what they want. So sometimes it's something silly, sometimes, but I saw somebody do a little poll, and she said, "Tell me the people you follow on Facebook. I mean, the ones you really pay attention. Why do you pay attention to them?" And people, because they're funny, they're inspirational, they're positive, they're informative. Those, the people that I like to follow. So, be you and express yourself. And then the number 5 thing is, if you want people to see your posts and like your posts and comment on your posts, the best way to do that, because again, 25 people on average are going to see your post. If you want it to be 25 people or more that you want to see your posts, go to their page. I mean, literally go up into the search bar on Facebook, type in their name, click on it, go to their page, find something that they posted and make a comment on it. Like it, of course, but make a comment on it. And if you do that, then the next time they get onto Facebook, you're going to be in their newsfeed. Weird, huh? And they might not have seen you for weeks, but if you have made a comment on one of their posts, you're going to come up in their newsfeed, so that they will start seeing your posts. And I think that's important. Yeah, who knew? I have a couple examples I wanted to show you real quick. So let me just screen share over. Oh, wait, not that one. This one. Share. And here's just, and let me go to my, that's not the one I went. So here's just a question I posted a couple days ago. And I actually was looking for engagement posts. You can actually go onto Google and type in engagement posts, and there will be several of these. Now, some of these things are copyrighted pictures. You got to be careful. If it's a copyrighted picture, you shouldn't be using it. You can use it on your personal page, probably no big deal, but you shouldn't be using it for actual like business use. So you can put it in your VIP customer group that's private though. I'm just saying, but I wouldn't like put it on your business page that is public or put it on a public post. But anyway, I thought this was a really interesting question, and I added my own little twist to it up here. Well, actually, this wasn't a question, but let's see. What's one thing that you are glad you did? Because I wanted to focus on the positive part, not the I wish I had part. I still got people who said, I wish I had done blah, blah, blah. But people like to talk about themselves. So this was a good one to get some engagement. And it was a way of getting to know them. So this one was a fun one. Let's see. This one was just my Thanksgiving post. You can get some ideas of lots and lots of emojis, and I asked a question up at the front, and just tried to make it, tell a little bit of a story with it. I didn't even have a picture on this one, so I needed lots of emojis. But I got quite a few comments and likes, and not that I'm trying to garner those, but just knowing that people saw it. And by posting these little things, then when you do post something businessy, they're going to, a selling post or something about my MK life or your, what you enjoy about your business, they're more likely to see it. This was what I did in a party group. This is really fun, actually. And it was just, drop the title of the holiday song in the comments, but change one word to lipstick. And people can be pretty creative. I think, I got like 12 days of lipstick and oh, holy lipstick. But people had fun with it. And so again, that's the kind of thing people want to come back to it if they're having fun. This was a selling post, and this was in a group where I was a vendor event. So I wanted to talk about, and I gave a lot of information about the brushes, but there's a question up here at the top so people will come back and look, are you more of a glamorous skincare girl? So that's one of those this or that type of posts or type of questions. And you'll get So when somebody says skincare, then you can private message them. If somebody says glam, and again, then you're going to start talking about it opens up. Once somebody has commented on your post, if it's somebody you don't know, it opens up the opportunity to connect with them on a private message. Let's see. And again, another one. This one I told the silly story that, when I used to give, well, I still do that. Whatever I could find, a lot of that's cheap for stocking stuffers. But my kids will tell you they were like, "Mom, really?" when they were opening their stockings on Christmas morning. So, but my question then, what is your favorite holiday tradition? Here's a couple people that I follow kind of regularly. This is someone, Beth, she's very inspirational. So I just grabbed this from her page just to give you an idea of what people, she's very simple, but people follow her because she gives inspirational quotes. Sometimes she does Bible quotes, but she's just always very positive and inspirational and simple. And then this is another gal I follow. She sells tea. She's a she's moved up quite a bit in the Sipology tea company. Every post she puts on has her picture on it. And you know what? People love it. And I think sometimes, oh, I don't want to stick my face on there again. She had people choosing her glasses for her. So, she always has pictures, and usually she has her face on there somewhere, and people love that. Don't think that people are going to go, "Ooh, not her again." They love her. So just kind of wanted to give you some examples of that. So let me stop this and just review. So number one, to get your post up to the top of the feed, ask a question to get some comments. Two, to get your post read, pictures, emojis, exclamation points, and your face. Remember, this is the power of you. And then make sure your question is high enough in the post so people will actually see it and not just go too many words. Or there's actually a thing, TLDR, too long didn't read. That was a thing for a while. People were using that little acronym. So make sure the question is up high enough that people can see it. Don't be afraid to post about yourself. People love funny, inspirational, positive, and informative posts. And then don't forget, go like and comment on their page. So that's what I got to say. And I think, is it Miss Kelly who's up next, or Diane? I lost.
Miss Kelly.
Miss Kelly.
I feel like I just got a PhD in social media.
Well, hello, everyone. We are so glad you're here. And as you can see, it's all about layers. So many layers. And tonight you have the biggest layer. You came here and you are in the learning groove. And we are so proud of you. Now, the power of you is so remarkable when we have the power of you, and then you match it up with the #1 skincare company in the world. Just think about that for a minute, because Mary Kay has the quote, "What you believe you can achieve." Napoleon Hill says this. He says, "Whatever your mind can conceive." That's pretty big. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And that's you. We are all so powerful. And putting, again, that power with our #1 skincare company is absolutely phenomenal. And you get the chance right now in December to literally blow the socks off of your business, because it's literally the #1 time of the year where our sales can skyrocket. So I just wanted to give you a couple ideas of what you can do with your power. You literally are super powerful. I want to talk about those of us that work in places that we really cannot sell, Mary Kay. Sonia was supposed to talk tonight, but her mom took a turn through her surgery, so Sonia's with her. So Sonia works in social services, and they have locked down areas in her whole entire building. She can't do anything about Mary Kay. So she kept thinking and thinking, what can I do? There's so many people here. She actually went to HR and said, hey, help me out. I have an awesome product. So help me out. What can I do? And they allow her now to put a facial box in the front entrance of the whole entire building. And then she started thinking more and more, what else can I do? Well, when they have parties and they're not in that building, now she can talk about Mary Kay. She carries so seamlessly. She carries a bag and puts things on her desk. Now, remember, she can't talk about Mary Kay at all, but she's putting the eye candy out for others to see. She also is partnering with her company to do like, they have the backpacks for the needy. So she's able to go to the functions that's helping put everything together. And then she now can talk about Mary Kay. So see how powerful we all are. And then I want to think just for a minute back to Napoleon Hill, when he said, whatever your mind can conceive. I want you to think about something that you may possibly have remodeled, or you want to remodel, or that dress you can't wait to wear for Christmas Eve or New Year's Eve. Just think about that for a minute. Or maybe it's a new car you're getting. You conceived that in your mind, exactly what you want. You started to get to work of, how can I get that? It might even be a gift that you're wanting to give someone or gift yourself. Whatever it is, you've conceived it. And you start figuring out, okay, how can I get this? I need this much money to get this. I have this much time. I want a debt-free Christmas. Whatever it is, you have conceived it. And you're going to get to work, and now you're going to actually achieve it. And when you can think about something that you want to remodel, in fact, I want to use Carrie for a moment, because Carrie's husband is a construction contractor. And he goes out and he builds homes. Well, you have to think about that first, right? And then you believe you can do it because you can see it. So think about your own business. Start conceiving what you can do so that you can believe that you can do it. Now, one of the most fun things for me is being a master figure outer. We have to figure it out. And I love this. Diane talked about this a couple weeks ago. I do this all the time. I carry a basket. Who in the house carries a basket around with wrapped items? Raise your hand. Just raise your hand. So me and Diane. Okay. I want to encourage you to go ahead and start carrying that basket. I'm telling you, be the crazy lady that everyone knows you are, the Mary Kay consultant. Just have a few wrapped items in it, put some receipts in it, put some lookbooks in it. When you go get your nails done, set it down and they all start looking. They literally will rummage through it and you will get a sale.
And bring a money bag.
And that, yes, a money bag. There are students out there right now that are in different events, dance studios that need funding. And we have access to the #1 product in the world. And you can totally set up where they are in the next 2 weeks earning money because they take your book, you put it in an envelope, send it out with all your information. The students come back with a list, and then you also have leads and you're making sales. And you want to give a percentage, of course, to the students, whatever they're doing, dance studio, dojo, whatever the things are. It could be churches too. And then satin hands. This is fun during this time of year because we're always having people come over, right? And you can do satin hands whenever someone comes walking in the door. I had one of my favorite sales when I just had a bunch of people at my house and I lined them all up down my hallway. And I did satin hands on all of them, and they bought them for gifts. And you kind of just have to be that duck that lets the water, all the comments, all the thoughts of us, what they might be thinking, let it go and just do it. Just do it. Okay, holiday open houses. Who did the pink weekend? Who did it? Who made money this weekend? Now, if you haven't done a pink weekend yet, and you haven't even thought about a holiday open house yet, we encourage you, talk to your director, because we have all of the things we need to wrap so darling. And you snap a picture and you can send it to your customers and just say the price of it, what it is. You don't even have to put the price. Let them say, hey, how much is that? And just send pictures out. In the very least, send them pictures. You can make a video on Canva. You can actually get apps that you can make a video. You can talk to your director and she can help you with that. You can also just simply stand in front of your camera. And we've been talking about this, I think, for 3 weeks, where you just hold up a product and talk about it and show them what it is wrapped and show them what's inside. And people, I'm telling you, they will buy from you. The next one is a personal holiday facial or a personal holiday look when you just sit around your own table with your guests. And we know that as a facial. But right now it's the holidays. They want to find out that perfect red lipstick. Remember, you are super powerful, and book those appointments for Janice's events. We sell at those events. Like, we literally sell items. Raise your hands if you have had guests on at her skincare events and if you sold items. Just raise your hand. I'm seeing like all of us. So take advantage of it now, because it's the holidays and it's the #1 time selling. Okay, then book holiday New Year looks. New you looks. There's one item that is very fun to do, and you can actually this is the 11th one. You can get together with friends. And Diane calls them, I think, luxury lunches. Is that what you call them, Diane?
I think so.
And I just I walk in, I have a basket, and I ask the gatekeeper if I can actually talk to her or her boss about having a fun lunch hour for their employees to thank them. So it's all about the employer thanking his employees or her employees. And I come in with muffins, and I come in with a spinning wheel, and I come in with satin hands and satin lips. And I'm making sales through the leads. So when I get a lead and they want something, I turn it around and say they want satin hands, they want satin lips. And then from there, I have leads, I have a potential sell. And then, of course, I will be facialing them later. Those are fantastic. So if you know a business owner, or if you know someone that works in an industry that has a business, book them. And you will be on your way with bigger and bigger sales, because you are so powerful. Okay, Diane.
Okay, so we are a little short on time, so I'm going to do this really, really fast. So two things I want to share with you guys about is, one is the wish list. So I heard something interesting this year, and it was the power of somebody's handwriting. So let's say I go and I facial Marty, or maybe I deliver some product to Marty, and I say something to her like, well, Marty, I know you ordered your moisturizer and your mascara, but I'm curious, if I was to come back tonight while you were asleep and put a bunch of things in your stocking, what would you want? And she'd say, oh, well, I'd love that new deep dynamic wrinkle thing, or I'd love satin hands, or whatever. So I'm going to write that down and ask her who buys those things for her, and text and call them. Now, couple things. If they have a profile card and you're at an in-person party, you can literally have them take this little section right here and start their wish list and just say, just write in here everything you would love if it were free. Like, if I literally was going to give you, like, come into my office and take whatever you want, what would you take? Right? So you could have them do this. You could have them put it on their hashtag party board. Here's what's fun. Let's say on the hashtag party board, because it's a virtual party or in person, They write the things that they like, right? And then they buy certain things. And then I'm going to say before they text it to me, I want you guys to circle anything on there that you're not going to get tonight, but you are absolutely in love with. Like if I said to you, oh my gosh, that's on special, you would go, oh my gosh. So circle. So let's say Marty sends this back to me and there's 3 things circled on here and she puts down here her significant other's name and number. When I text him and say, well, Marty had given me your name and number, this is on a text, in hopes that you hadn't finished your shopping. Well, if it's a guy, I have news for you, 90% of them will not have done their shopping. But here's what's powerful. If I text him a picture of this or the back of this card with her wish list in her handwriting, it has a huge impact. So the first thing he's going to ask is how much is everything on her list? So be prepared to add up everything on her list. So when he says, well, how much is it? You can say it's $74.82. That includes tax and wrap. Like have it down before you even text them. But here's the other thing is it doesn't necessarily have to be a significant other. I had a customer come today. She spent about $300. And I said, well, Rebecca, I said, well, who does your stocking? She goes, I do. I said, great. You do your own stocking? She goes, yep. I got tired a long time ago. After 30 years of marriage, Kirk puts junky stuff in my stocking. I said, great. What are you putting in your stocking this year? And she goes, I didn't think about that. Do you have any pedicure kits left? I said, I do. Couple. She got that. And she goes, well, how about the half off brush set? I think I spent enough. I said, you did. She goes, okay, I'll take a half off brush set. She bought 4 or 5 stocking stuffers for herself. People do that all the time, but I'm just saying, ask for either use an actual legit wish list. You can use this, you can use the back of a profile, have them jot down what they want. Now, Patsy was sharing earlier about doing great follow-up with her customers. That's another thing you can ask, say, well, if everything in the book, what would you, if I cut the tippy toe inside your house and stick it right inside your stocking or slide it under the tree, what would you get the most excited about unwrapping? And that's just ask them those exact words. What would you get the most excited about? Now I want to make a little sidebar note. I was talking with Kelly and Melanie and Patsy the other day, and we were saying how, like Janice, who was my national, my sister, she used to give me scripts when I was new. And my comment is, I don't need a script. But then I never knew what to say. And I didn't like a script because to me, it didn't sound real. It sounded canned. So I realized you have to put a little inflection and use it. But I'll never forget, I was so determined to get a booking and I called a friend of mine and I literally pulled out Janice's typewriter. This is how old I am. Typewriter script. And I read it verbatim with a little inflection in my voice. And I said, well, I'd love to, I'm booking, practice parties and I'd love one to be you. Is there any reason why you couldn't? She goes, no, I'll book a party for you. And it's a good thing she couldn't see my face because I'm pretty sure my mouth fell open and I was like, you mean the script work? Like I was so flabbergasted that these scripts work. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys. If you are not getting the right results and you're sending out text to your PC people, they're not getting back to you, or you're calling and you're not getting results, or you don't have a booking, text your director and say, I need some help with scripts because it's all in how it's worded. There are some great sample texts just on our boards thing, texting scripts, phone scripts, whatever kind of scripts you need. But scripts are really, really key. So wish lists are really important. I will tell you guys, especially because men are going to start shopping about the 20th to about the 24th. And so find out who does their stocking, who puts gifts under the tree for you. And if she's single, she may even have family. She may have a sister that's out of state or out of town. So make sure you throw that out to them. And then the very last thing I want to share about, and I just posted this, is there's some ideas for STAR. Now, some of you, if you have in $400 or more, you can still finish your STAR. If you have at least 600 in, you can finish your STAR. But here's what I'm going to share with you from the bottom of my heart. You can't wait to decide. If you're on the fence about whether or not you're going to be a STAR, I tell you between now and noon tomorrow, make a decision and get off the fence. You're either going to finish your STAR and you're all in, or you're going to throw your hands up and walk away. Now, what I will tell you is, and I've heard this quote, I don't remember who the famous quote it's from, but it's like, it's the pain of regret is so much stronger than the pain of just going out and doing it. So it's like, you don't want to have regret. You don't want to sit here on December 16th and say, all the other people are going to get to do that virtual trip to Norway and I don't get to see the famous Christmas lights. When that lady from Spain gives us a tour of Norway virtually, it is going to be blow your doors off. So here are 7 quick ideas of ways to finish your STAR. If you've got at least 900 to 1,000 in, there's no reason you can't finish your STAR. So this is what's really fun. Book and hold 5 virtual appointments. These could be a 15-minute appointment, but if you have 5 people on them and you do 5 of them, you're going to have roughly $1,000 retail. There's $1,000 right there. How about a mascara-thon? Sell 20 mascaras, or better yet, 20 eye makeup. So there's all these different ideas. There's even gift certificates. People don't even know we have gift certificates. But I'll tell you what if you sold 10 of these? What if you just blinged out an eye makeup remover, a micellar water? Bo is from, I'm going to say from Costco. Bo is from Amazon, and I'm selling this for 40. You sell 10 of these, that's $400. I don't know any mom that wouldn't buy this for her daughter. And if she's a gym rat, she doesn't want it blinged out, that's fine. But even if you are a gym rat, they're still like, yeah, you could kind of bling it. It's kind of fun. But if you guys just made these and you had 10 of these made and you said, I'm not going out today without, go on Facebook and say, I only have 8 of these left. I can't make any more. Maybe you ran out of the pink sticky stuff. Say, well, I only have 8 left, but if you want one of these 8, please text me right away. The other thing I'm doing for the dynamic wrinkle limiter, if they buy one, it automatically qualifies them for a December special deals item. And if you guys looked at the December special deals, which I just printed out and I'm going to show it to you because no, I don't know what I did with it. What's on there is all the deluxe minis of the skincare. So just between yesterday and today, I sold all 6 of my repair minis because customers, that's the thing that they all wanted is their half off item. 6 different customers all asked for a repair mini. So it's just about being out there. But wish lists, if you guys are not asking for a wish list, I'm not exaggerating. You are leaving at least $1,000 cash on the table. Men want to be the hero. Men want to be the knight in shining armor. He really doesn't want to buy her another KitchenAid or another towel or another bathrobe. But if she got in her thing, the satin hands and satin lips that she wanted, and maybe $100 gift card, maybe an empty compact. That was always my favorite thing to give to the men is a big color palette with at least, and if they say, well, how much of a gift certificate should I buy? I said, well, to fill it, it's $400. But you could start out with a $100 gift card because you know what a woman's going to do. She'll spend $200 because it's only costing her $100. So a gift certificate with that compact with a bunch of samples inside, she would have a heyday. So remember, wish lists are very, very powerful. So let me throw it back to you, Kelly, for our close. And you guys, I'm so glad this is recorded. There's so many good ideas.
Okay, ladies. So tonight, when we are done, if you would be so kind to yourself and good to yourself to look back of what you're going to take away and you're going to apply to your business. It's so important to show up, but it's just as important to reflect and add what you will change, take out, rearrange, and do for your business and for yourself. So our quote for tonight is, a good goal is like a strenuous exercise. Meaning when we have a really good goal, it stretches us, it grows us. It grows our belief muscles, our confidence muscles, our self-esteem muscles. And remember, you are very powerful. So set your goals to be like a strenuous exercise and be even more powerful. So our challenge for this week is this. Ready? Drum roll. Here it is. Sell 13 items or have $100 day. And I'm going to say, if you've already had $100 day, make it bigger. 150, do 150. But the point is this, you are very powerful and you work for the #1 cosmetic industry in the world. And you can make anything happen when your mind conceives it, you believe it, and you can achieve it. We adore all of you. Thank you for being here tonight. And remember, it's layer after layer after layer, and you can do it.
Yay. Thank you, Kelly. All right, you guys, Janice has got a virtual event tomorrow night. So if you really want to have that $100 day, how many people can you get on for tomorrow night? Have 3 to 5 guests on. That's going to net you a couple $100. So thank you, Kelly, for everything. Thank you, Melanie, for your PhD in social media. And Patsy, thank you for all your great follow-up. Good night, everybody. Have a great night. And be sure you check out the calendar because the end of the month, because of where Christmas falls, the schedule's a little different. So make sure you check out the calendar.